put it in the game and they're charging you $6 for it. And it's the game has gotten to the point where they're not even trying. And it is I do not even want to hear about gameplay. For anyone out there who wants to talk about gameplay, you should be ashamed. Because it is bigger than the gameplay. The actual physical product of the game is terrible. Period.
But even if we talk about the gameplay, I went through the balance changes, and for me, I've seen people saying they like the MK1 gameplay, but I've also seen a lot of people saying that they don't. Even casual players that I've spoken to have said they switched over to Tekken because it's just a little bit boring. The MK1's very easy to play, so anyone can really pick it up and do well at it. You don't really have to understand much, you can kind of figure stuff out very quickly. At least I went and figured out Shao Kahn very quickly, and I'm assuming most people can probably do the same. So I believe that, or I thought that, because they were taking so long, they extended the combat league to however many days, it was like 60 days or something, and I thought that they were making some real changes to the gameplay. Like, this is going to be something where it feels a little bit more fresh in this season, maybe wash away some of the bad taste in people's mouths that the previous season left behind. But then I went through the patch notes, and it's mostly just fixes. It's like, fix this, and we fix that, and we fix this, and I'm like, okay, cool, fixes are fine because the game is buggy and glitchy, but there's no real changes. Like, I went to look at General Shao, who I was using, and it was literally fixed incorrect animation and fixed some issue where the incorrect blood pops up. And I was like, is that it? It's the same characters, nothing has really changed. Just like, it's just a bit disappointing.
Yeah, and to your point there, I thought maybe we wouldn't get too much for starters, right? Maybe they wouldn't touch for example, Sub-Zero still has 2 versions of the same move. He still has his EX Ice Clone, which is the exact same move. One takes 2 bars, which one command, and one takes 1 bar with the other command.
Get ready for the
They
next
didn't
battle.
even fix that. So you have the same move for 2 different resources.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Like you said, if they did that in like Tekken or something, they would never get away with something like that.
They would never get away. Imagine you could do electric by the hard command, but then you could just hit like forward, and the button, and you get it. And they never fixed it.
Yeah.
You know, like they would get massacred for it. I thought maybe we would get some tweaks. I thought maybe the characters might not get much, but at least maybe the cameo, they would really step up the cameos, right? And then kind of see, okay, the cameos have really been steroided up. Now let's see how they're being used, and we can get an accurate image as to what we should do with the characters we are now doing, right? So I thought people would understand that, okay, you don't want to buff them both at the same time since you're playing a steroid buff. Kind of see how the cameos are being used, and then, okay, now we can have the characters do this and this and this. And maybe I think that would bring a lot of people back to the game. And we would have hope that, okay, now we're looking forward to some character adjustments next. So people would, I think, would come back and play, and they would be excited to see the next adjustment with characters. These characters are so what? Now the game is really starting to get excited and maybe spiced up a little bit. And I'm also surprised because NRS does not seem to understand what a seasonal theme is. Any game that has a season, has set season, has a restart, because they have changed something in the game, hence a restart, right? It is no longer the same game. NRS recycles the same garbage content and the game does not change at all, and they do a restart and call it a new season. And it's just the same thing repeated over and over and over again. Everyone has said the game is boring, the game is repetitive, the game is extremely stale, and they are not changing it at all. They're fixing all these things. What they don't fix is, for one, the netcode. If you go from playing Tekken 8 to Mortal Kombat 1, it is abysmal. You notice the difference, like why does it take so long for my move to come out? The netcode is not even, it's barely, I don't think this netcode is even good for last year. And then, again, no practice mode in ranked. Just the production of the game, like there's no effort at all. Like Tekken, I go to log into ranked, and I noticed in my video I had to load up one skin for Sub-Zero, and now you can have them rotate randomly, but you know, since I was doing a video, I didn't want to load up until I got the skin I wanted, right? So I had to select the skin, and when I show the other skin I wanted to go, I had to go back in and customize. And I thought, you know, they give you the option to randomize, but when you go in rank, for one, you select your character, and there's no option for, like, you know, can I have customized the skins I want? You know, like maybe I just want 4 skins and I want to cycle through them manually, right? Like, which one do I want to pick? For one, you don't ever get to go back to the rank menu in between matches. You don't. There's no practice mode in rank. Still not addressed. Not even talked about. Not even talked about or hinted about. And I'm just King of the Hill. Still the same way. Still the same stability issues. So they didn't really help at all in that aspect. And then when you log into Tekken, it's like, wow, I go into rank, my big, massive, great production character select screen comes up. I pick my character. I go into rank from rank, and anytime in between queuing, I can decide, you know, I just played 4 sets as this character. I want to go ahead and try Jack and switch to Jack right there while I'm already loaded in rank through not even the main menu, the main character select menu, from a quick drop select menu, and I can also choose my skins, etc. The production value is so much greater. But then I looked at the prices and I'm like, NRS literally, like I said in my video, sold you a car in which you have rolled down windows, no power locks, no power anything, bare bones AM/FM radio, plush seats, etc. And they sold it to you for the same price as if you had power locks, power windows, every possible feature, leather seats, chrome wheels. They sold you the bare bones model for the top price of the market.
Yeah, I also think that the way that the costumes are designed, like the you know, the whole mohawk thing they've got going on now,
yes,
and just the general aesthetic of the characters. To me, it's become like blatantly obvious that they are designing characters based on what they like. They're not listening to what the consumers are after. It's very clear what the Mortal Kombat base likes, and it's very clear. It was very obvious to me when I saw it what the reaction was going to be, even before I made my video. Like I said in the video, I came up with it on the spot that the characters look like an edgy bowl of salad. They look like they are trying to be edgelords, and it's just not Mortal Kombat. And it makes me think that the people they've employed there, they probably think a certain way and believe certain things, and it kind of spills into the characters and choices and the general design of the game. And it's becoming more and more evident. When I look at Mortal Kombat 1, it does not look like Mortal Kombat to me. Mortal Kombat 11 sort of removed itself a little bit, but it was still Mortal Kombat. Like the general aesthetic of that is still MK, even though I don't like the game. MKX and MK9, to me, those are aesthetically very nice looking Mortal Kombat games. But Mortal Kombat 1, it feels like its soul has literally been ripped out of it. It doesn't feel like a Mortal Kombat game, and those skins made it so much worse. And it's very, very obvious that they are designing things.
And the skins aren't even nicely done. Not only are they terrible skin, they're not even well designed.
They're awful. It looks like someone got a bucket of paint and just threw it at the characters, and some of them have mohawks. And what I didn't understand either was, not that I want more of this garbage in the game, but it didn't seem evenly distributed. So like Scorpion and Sub-Zero would have like 6, and then Nitara or Tanya or whatever would have like 1 or 2, and I was like, wait, like why is it not evenly distributed? Like, okay, you created garbage, but you didn't even spread the garbage evenly.
That's true. I noticed that as well, and I'm like, why do some characters have the normal palette swaps and then mohawks and others don't?
Yeah.
It made no sense to me. It looked like they just said, okay, well, we have these designs for these characters, so we'll just throw those in, just because they're already made. You know, like
they gave it to Johnny as well. I couldn't believe it. I saw Johnny Cage and I actually almost fell out my chair.
And it's like I said, it's not even well done. They just, and aesthetically, and I don't understand how anybody can say, oh, we know the game looks amazing. What are you looking at? This game looks like garbage. This game does not even look like it's a PS5 quality.
You know, the problem is that people look at this, the standard of video games today is that most games look very nice. Even the ones that are not of AAA quality, they still look really nice. Like if you're talking about like the way light reflects off of stages or how characters interact with things. And when you look at Mortal Kombat in the story mode, because of the way it animates, it looks nice, but if you actually look at it, like you look at the game and how they've designed it and what it's supposed to be, and what kind of aesthetic it's supposed to be fit around, it's actual trash. Like Tekken nailed its aesthetic. When you look at the final stage where Jin and Kazuya were fighting, that is perfect. Like there's lightning, there's rain, the aesthetic matches the theme that they were going for. But when you look at Mortal Kombat 1 and you listen to the music, you're just like, you're really trying hard to be something that you're not, and it's not working. It just feels completely devoid of soul.
Yeah, they have taken Mortal Kombat out of Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
They've basically taken Mortal Kombat and made it fun. I'm going to give an analogy here. You probably don't know it because it's about American baseball. And the younger kids won't know it, but the older people will. So the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry in baseball. It's a big one.
I've heard of that, yeah.
There's a player for the Red Sox, Johnny Damon, right? He's basically was done like these. He's the long hair, the beard, right? And then when he went to New York, he shaved his beard, cut his hair super short, and then slicked it back like a corporate haircut, right? Because that's the Yankees, right? It looked like he went corporate. Mortal Kombat has done that. They have taken the soul out of their game. They have gone corporate. And the production value says it's still, you know, in the guys in the alley next to the homeless guy. But they have taken all the life out of the game. And
it's almost unrecognizable when you look at the original digital games, then you look at the ones that we have today. Yeah, it looks more pretty because it's on Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, but it's not Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat to me when I was growing up was always like, it was almost like this crossover into horror sometimes, the way stages looked, and it was all about like souls and the flesh pits and whatever. But in this one, it's all, I get that they went back to another timeline and there's no war that's really broken out, but I feel like they took a bad direction with the story, and it led them to creating the stages the way they did and the characters the way they did. They could have gone a completely different route, but like you said, it's, you know, they're getting paid, so they're getting double the money for half the effort.
Yeah, and to your point, if you want to go to MK9, for example, you have a stage, the train station, right? That classic feel, the trains were coming by, you hear the announcement over the loudspeaker, right? The stage, the character, the newspapers are sweeping across. You know, there's interaction with the stage, the characters, and that was the game that came out in 2011.
Yeah.
And you know, I am just shocked at just the overall production value of this game. How it doesn't even look like a modern game. The soul of the game is completely gone, which leads me to the point of, you know, how this happened. Because when I go on Twitter, or I go on YouTube, I put this in one of my videos when I was looking for the comment, it's all positive. You know, like, there are the smaller content creators like you or myself. Smaller meaning we don't have 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? 300, 500,000. All of those guys are like, this is hype, this is amazing, this is unbelievable, this is sick, this game is saved.
I think Dynasty is one that has pointed out that it's pretty crap though. I think he's probably one of the bigger content creators from Mortal Kombat. I think he was like, this is garbage. Yeah. But he's been getting onto Mortal Kombat for a while, and he's got quite a large reach. I think people just tune in to watch him now. But he was one of the people that were ripping into, one of the first people I saw ripping into, and I'm pretty sure I saw him upload a video saying that he's ripping into this one as well.
I did see that one about the skins, and the reason why this keeps happening is because people continue to allow NRS. Yeah. Despite everything that was, again, I want to remind you guys, not only did they botch crossplay, not only did they completely botch the combat cast as far as like, what are they doing? They get dressed, nothing changed. They then uploaded the wrong season.
That's unbelievable. I cannot believe they did that. They had one job and they couldn't even do that properly.
It's now to the point where what's happening is obviously incompetence. It's got nothing to do with Warner Bros. And yet people will still defend the product. And if it was the Tekken community or the Street Fighter community, they would never stand for this. Somehow the NRS community
Yeah.
And this is why things never change.
Most communities
they
will
would not stand for this, but the NRS community will accept shit, will allow you to consistently crap on them, and then tell you you did a great job and this is the most hype thing they've ever seen and you have saved your game. It is unbelievable. Until that changes, nothing will ever change. Nothing will change for the life of this game, and the next game will come out even worse than the game we have now, and that's almost impossible to do.
It always starts with.
Dude, it's like back in the day, you had the Monday Night Wars with WWE and WCW, and some people, when I'd go to school, because I was in starting out secondary school in the UK when those were going on, and I remember like there would be a lot of people, no matter how bad the product got on WCW, they were just WCW diehards, and they were going to die with the company, no matter what you said to them. And that's the same thing that we're seeing with Mortal Kombat. Ed Boon could literally tell them what's selling you shit and they will eat it up. And I just don't understand why, because if they love the game so much, you should be sending your criticism to them so they know and understand, because on some level, this must upset Ed Boon a little bit. Even if he's a millionaire, even if he's sitting on his yacht or whatever he's doing, Mortal Kombat's his baby. And to hear people shitting all over it, I would think that I would want to make it better, even if I am rich. You know, this is like something that he's going to be remembered for. Mortal Kombat's always going to be attached to his name, so I just don't understand why he is. I don't know if he's allowed it, but it's very clear that there's a certain type of people that have gotten their hands on Mortal Kombat and they've pushed in a direction that satisfies them and not the wider community, despite the sales.
You would think that Ed Boon would hear the word of mouth. And I understand if you go on YouTube and look up Peacemaker, Comet Guest, or whatever, besides someone like you or me, or maybe Dynasty or someone like that, it's going to be, or even Fate to some extent, it's going to be out, you know, because we're going to give the honest truth. But the rest of them are like, this is hype, this is great. It's like, you as a community, you are literally giving the wrong feedback to them. You are telling them what they are doing is right, and that the people that are speaking out are just haters, they're never going to be happy. You're sending the wrong message. Your game will never change, and it's your fault. Like, it's like you just have to it's like having that friend where if you continuously tell him that he's going in the right direction by just throwing his life in the toilet, where is he going to be, right? So you tell him, look, you screw everything up because you want to help him. It's time to tell NetherRealm Studios your product is awful, and you would think that you would still try to pay attention to the majority of what people say, which is mostly negative, because, like you said, his name is attached to it, and you would think he would want to know, why is this happening? Like, call a meeting or something and saying, why is this happening? What can we do to get back here? And it's like they just keep going in this. There's no way Ed Boon. If I sat Ed Boon down and showed him the skins that we have to pay for now, there's no way he would look at this and say that's acceptable. I refuse. I can't believe that.
Every single time.
And if anyone there thinks that, then I mean, you've met an idea that said, you know, maybe somebody else will.
Yeah, I think it's time for, you know, like sometimes people lose touch with things, and I know that like one of the criticisms that I've had with my content is that, oh, you know, you're saying all these things about Mortal Kombat and you're not offering suggestions. Now, I actually did offer suggestions. It's just that when I did offer the suggestions, it was before my channel started getting the attention it did now, so maybe a lot of people haven't seen it, but I could go over like an hour's worth of things that you can change just with Mortal Kombat. Not things that I want from Mortal Kombat, just things you can change to Mortal Kombat.
Give me a quick TLDR. Like if you had to just quickly sum it up, not everything in detail, but just things to get the game to a point where you would say it's at least a product that I feel like was worth the money I paid.
Well, to start with, I believe that, and I don't want to talk about like desync and all that, because those are all very, very obvious things. If we just talk about the gameplay itself, right? The gangplay's been criticized for not being nuanced or complex. And what's the one thing that Mortal Kombat is missing that almost every other fighting game has?
Mortal Kombat, there's a million things. I'm not sure.
That's true, actually. There's a million things. Well, Mortal Kombat doesn't really have a counter hit system, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't really have a real counter hit system. They had the crushing blows in Mortal Kombat 11, but I would argue that's not an actual counter hit system. It's just a weird gimmick for Mortal Kombat.
It's a one-off, yeah.
Yeah, counter hit systems in fighting games are extremely important, and that's why almost every single one of them, including arena fighters, not all of them, but some arena fighters have it as well. Mortal Kombat is completely lacking in that. That's one thing that I would change straight away, that I would implement. I would implement counter hit properties. Just off the top of my head, we've spoken about it before, but I would change the properties around fireballs so that it gives a bit more nuance to the fireball wars. Especially because Mortal Kombat has a fireball system that is quite unique to the other competitors, and so you could do something quite interesting with it. But even at a base level, just add hit points to it and have them clash. I would also change the guessing game in throws. I would remove the guessing game because then you employ more skill. People are more willing to invest in the game where they don't feel like they've been constantly cheated. I would change a lot of the properties around cameos because unfortunately it feels like there are a few cameos that do everything. And then there's some where it's like, well, they kind of do this thing that the other cameo does, so why would I even bother using it? So there's no real way to express yourself with your cameo. And I know I've seen some players saying, oh, well, you know, I spoke to Sikander, and I didn't push back on it because I wanted to give him an opportunity to really just speak and say what he thinks about Mortal Kombat, because the people on my channel know what I think. But he said that when he plays Sub-Zero and then he picks another cameo, it completely changes the way it plays. But I would argue that there's a roster of cameos and he's picking a select few that maybe change, but the majority of them, I would say, are probably doing the same thing that the ones that he's picking are. They're just doing it to a lesser extent. So you change the cameo system as well, because unfortunately we don't have tag. It's not going to come for MK1. As much as people have been saying that tag mode is in some sort of leak, I think that's bullshit. I think we're stuck with cameos and that's it. So you would add some nuance to the cameos, and I think, like, for the life of me, I don't understand why the Fatal Blow system works in the fashion that it does. I think that you should remove the ability to continuously have it on the screen, because what happens is, in Tekken you've got Rage Arts, right? When you get to the end of the round you can use your Rage Art, but if you miss it, it's gone. But in MK, the unfortunate reality is that someone could do it and it's got quite a bit of pushback on it, and then they miss it and then they get another opportunity to do it. So the game plan starts to revolve around finding ways to not get hit by the Fatal Blow instead of enjoying the actual complexities of the game if it had any. So like, I've got like 10 off the top of my head, but I don't want to make it off the... I don't want to make this whole thing about changes to the gameplay, but even outside of gameplay, general fixes to the way the game works would be really nice, like quality of life things. Even, you know, when we were watching the Tekken talk and they did that little thing where they were like, oh, we added a button here to make this easier for Steam players to leave the game. Just little things like that, where Mortal Kombat doesn't even bother. I mean, obviously I would have added King of the Hill to the crossplay situation, and the customization, I would have put more effort in than that. Not just, here's a couple palette swaps and that's it. So I could be here all day going over changes to MK1 without even getting into like real in-depth discussion. I could literally be here for an hour.
I think a good point that I just want to touch on, so I don't have much time left. The counter hit system is huge. It adds such depth to a game because you could have a move which otherwise seems like harmless, right? And I would say this is the #1 reason why people who are just have the new style of Mortal Kombat ingrained in their brain go to Tekken and struggle at first.
Yeah.
Because there are moves in Tekken that can be a slap on the wrist.
Just do it right there.
Until there's a counter hit. And then it becomes devastating. And Mortal Kombat players are very, I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. That's how they are. And Tekken's layout's down forward 2+3 is great. It's a low. On normal hit, it puts you in a bad situation. But it's low, that jails in a certain while standing attacks, that gives great advantage, that on counter hit's gonna combo, and it's not launch punishable unless you're king and you can bounce when it becomes punish.
Yeah.
Tekken has got moves where people that are like, I don't care, I'm gonna check you every time. I'm not gonna respect you, I'm not gonna be conditioned.
Once in a while.
Okay, well if you're gonna do that, I'm just gonna kill you right here. Right? And Mortal Kombat is missing that. There are moves in the game right now that don't seem very good, which if they were a devastating counter hit attached to them, would make significantly more sense, right? Oh, well, this is the reason why they don't want you throwing this move out 24/7, because this is what happens when it's a counter hit. None of that happens. They put restrictions on moves without really any good justification whatsoever. And it just that alone would add if they added the counter hits even into this game, people would be intrigued by it. And they just continue to keep things blended. I agree with you about the cameos and everything, but
it's just mindless nonsense. Like, it's absolutely just like there was a situation with my brother yesterday where he was really struggling against Horang players, and he came into room and he was like, Mike, I don't get what I'm supposed to do. So I went over to his bedroom and I was like, go into the replay system and I'll show you what to do. And within 2 seconds he had figured out how to deal with this move that he didn't understand. Mortal Kombat doesn't have a system like
Can we bring that up as well? A replay system in which you can take control of your character and then find out what you could have done about the movement speed.
Yeah, and like that, in an instant, he was like, oh, I could duck and hop kick. And I was like, yeah, that's what we got to do. And then he discovered, oh, I could actually do a counter move here as well. But in Mortal Kombat, I mean, not that it's really, it's not that it has any complexity to even warrant a replay feature at this point. They would need to build an actual system that makes it so that I need to go and actually lab things. But there are definitely things where, like, Johnny Cage's pressure, for example, in the corner, or when he's just staggering constantly, it's just like, this is not nuanced or difficult. It's really piss easy. It's overwhelming and it's frustrating. The thing that stands out to me the most of Mortal Kombat is that Mortal Kombat is just frustrating, whereas Tekken is frustrating, but I'm like, there's probably a way out there. Let me go and check something. And because Tekken has so many systems in place and so many checks and balances, there usually is a way out. It's very rare that you'll get a move where you're like, I was actually just screwed, that there was nothing I could do. With Mortal Kombat, there are plenty of situations, especially because, you know, Chip can just kill you in this game, that you're in a situation where like, there's nothing I can do here, it's game over. And it's all well and good when you're the aggressor, but when you're the person dealing with it, you feel like you've been cheated. And that's one thing that I cannot stand in Mortal Kombat. I've felt like that since MK9, and it's just progressively gotten worse because the games have stripped away more and more, but allowed you to do dumb shit as the aggressor.
Yeah, and for those who say, well, it's an assist game, so there are things like that in there, fair point, so be it. But I guess when you have a situation like Johnny Cage doing 1-1, 1-1, and then you're like, okay, I'm now going to, or stand to, and you're like, okay, I'm going to be patient here, I'm not going to challenge and wait for his knee, then he does knee, and you're like, but is he going to do the whole string or a single hit? And then he could stagger the knee, or he does the whole string into assist, he's still plus, right? And then and then you're stuck back in it, and that's fine. If you want, that's how assist games are, that's fine. But it is few and far between characters that can enforce their situation to that extent. So it's not even as typical assist games where it's a game of situations. It's a game in which 2 or 3 characters have situations. The rest of them are completely generic and certainly not even close to as powerful. It just makes the game get extremely boring because it's simple. And at least if it was my situation versus your situation, it would be a little more entertaining. At least it would be a party game, right? It's not even that. It's a game where 2 people or 3 people or 4 are having a party and the rest are just sleeping. That's pretty much what the game is right now.
Well, if it's an assist game, where's the push block? If it's an assist game, why do I not have push block? Why am I in the corner just dealing with bullshit? Surely if you've added an assist to a one-on-one game, you add assist mechanics. If the argument is, well, it's an assist game, well, my argument is, where's the assist mechanics then? Well, it's the void. This is what I say to people all the time. You can like Mortal Kombat if you want, but let's not pretend that this game is a complex game or that it's well polished. It's not. They added in cameos, but it's still kind of MK11 because it's still kind of a one-on-one fight.
It's MK11 plus.
Yeah, there's no push block, and there's other systems that are in assist games that are not present in this. So I don't entertain people that are like, well, it's an assist game, because most assist mechanics are not in this game. So
they are not. No, it's something to where once again they build a half-ass game, and this is what I'm going to hit on when we close here soon, is that when people blame Warner Brothers, you must understand Warner Brothers does not tell them how to build a game. The reason why these games keep coming out like this is, again, not to beat a dead horse. It takes them 2 years of the 2.5-year window to build the basic foundation of the game, characters and movement. Then they have only a few months to slap together how do the characters play, how do the cameos play, what type of content do we put in the game, do we give them any extra features, and that has to be within 4 to 6 months. So they literally just make the game, put everything in the game, but how it all functions and what you can do and the cool stuff you get, they slap that together. And that will never work. It has never worked, it will never work. And that's why the game is the way. And that's why it's simple. And I don't really think they can change the simple nature. We've said they can make it a party game, and they still don't. And if they think that they can take the slow route and ease changes in by the I got a text today from Pigaza who said after the Pro Series at the end of the year or in the summer, then they'll probably do a massive patching, overhaul everything. Too late. Nobody. It's over.
Yeah, I doubt it. I doubt they'll do. Why would they do it?
I doubt
if they're selling. Why would they?
Why exactly? That's my whole point. Because no matter what, people don't realize even if Street Fighter 6 overtakes them, as well as Tekken 8, they don't care. Warner Brothers is not in business. NRS doesn't get paid bonuses on are they the best-selling fighting game. They get paid bonuses on if they hit certain profit points, right? And as long as they hit them, even if their competitors surpass them, they're still happy. They made money. Someone that makes $1 billion does not care if someone else made $1.5 billion. They do care, but they still made $1 billion. They are not discouraged. You know, so that I think is where Mortal Kombat is. It's in a place where no matter what, and this is the worst part, they all know, and everyone there knows, that no matter what they do, their community will still eat it, will still make excuses for them, and worst of all, will still pay for it. The skins they gave you to pay for, you guys should feel offended, and yet you'll talk about how hype it is. Aside from something like Dynasty, maybe pay for something like that. Just if you guys want better, they have to demand better. They have to demand better.
I always say to people that the only way this is ever going to change is if people vote with their wallets. So like, I really enjoyed playing General Shao. I love playing with Scorpion, but I don't care if they put a Ghost Rider skin in for Scorpion and they put an M Bison skin in for General Shao. I'm just not going to buy anything that they put on there until they provide us with a base product that is solid. Even if they overhaul the game now, I'm not going to invest in it because this King of the Hill thing, I was a bit shocked, to be honest with you, that was glazed over. It's been 60 days of basic radio silence, and King of the Hill was left off the chopping block. And then to get these skins on top of it, I was like, you know what? Screw these guys, man. Gut the team, gut everyone that's working there, bring someone in new, or sell it off to a Japanese developer and let them deal with it. Like, sell it off to the guys to do Elden Ring and just repurpose everything.
100%. I think.
You said everything too.
Unfortunately, until something changes within how the scene, goes after them, I think they'll continue. As long as they can make this kind of money, because as long as they're making this kind of money, everybody there gets their bonus. The people at Warner Brothers get their bonus, and they're gonna keep rolling their games out like this until finally it actually affects them financially, and then somebody will say, "All right, it's time to change." But until then, it will never change. No business has ever changed any model as long as they are profiting hand over fist.
Yeah. Well, I think in terms of gameplay, I think we should definitely do a discussion on that, because I'm going to do a video breaking down what I would like to see, just for the sake of the people that have subscribed to me, because they are asking.
Sure.
And then maybe me and you can discuss it, because we might have disagreements and we might be able to find middle ground or something that's more interesting than what we've got right now.
Sure, I'll probably do a video the same, and I guess I know you have to go, but we can kind of watch that and kind of break down where we are as far as whatever, and I think it'll be a good discussion.
Yeah, definitely. I've got to shoot off now, but we'll definitely do that.
All right, well, thanks for joining me, guys. Stay tuned for that video when we go ahead and do it, and thanks for joining me, Mike.
No worries, man. Thanks for having me. Take care, guys.
Take care.
Check this. Okay. So that one's finished. This is on the menu.
Get ready for the next battle.
Done. Interesting.
Round 1. Fight.
about 10 minutes. How long did it? I waited a long time.
Get ready for the next battle.
I waited longer than what it took to get beaten up. So what does that mean?
저번주 대회부터 계속 아팠는데 대회 갔다 오고 난 뒤.
I'm sure I waited about 10 minutes just to get by. I think this is the same person or forgotten what country.
낚시 늙었지.
Get ready for the next battle.
It is, right? I don't even know it's not, it's dragon though.
아, 너프가 아니구나. 네가 이제 원래대로 보게 된 거야.
Round 1. Fight.
never know, man. Don't lie.
Get ready for the next battle.
That was funny. Oh my god. Far away.
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
That's a long way away, man. Look at the health that came back.
Round two. Fight. Round three. Fight.
Just guessing.
Round one. Fight.
Eat. Wrong button.
Fight.
but never came up.
Get ready for the next battle.
And then it's finished. That was not even a skirmish. Doesn't allow you to play. Why did they make it like that anyway?
있지 않을까?
Why not allow me to keep playing?
거의 대충 참고해야
Anyway, we have to accept
아이고 안 돼요.
what it is, you know. Move on to the next one, but not before. That's what it is. You don't get to have I don't think you get to have good games, you know, like it's very fast. You don't get. I was just learning a little bit, and then the other thing about learning is putting it into practice, you know. So that one is that takes time. Maybe you recognize a pattern, but when you're trying to do whatever, maybe you mess it up or you take too long or whatever. That kind of thing. So just about only you can get against. But that's how all multiplayer games is like that. That's the thing. Sometimes you gotta get a mix. some multiplayer games, some single player games. But sometimes it's boring just playing against, you know, the CPU. Oh, co-op games are also good. You don't have to be versus.
Get ready for the next battle.
Birdman. They should have put Master Raven in as well. That would have been. Why not? Maybe they will.
Round
So you
one.
see the difference.
Fight.
Alright, alright. Sometimes I'm where I'm holding back, but what do you say? I was holding back. Anyway. What? It was not looking good anyway, right? It doesn't really matter.
Round one.
Sometimes, man, it's like,
Fight.
that's why this game is so fun. There's no benefit in not. That's why this encourages mashing. You're gonna lose anyway, so you might as well worry about it. That did a ton of damage too, by the way.
for the next battle.
Rage Ice. Who's there?
Get ready for the next battle. Round one. Fight.
Sherlock Holmes, who is it?
Round one. Fight.
8.
for the next battle.
Sometimes the stage is the one that's beating you up, man, I swear. Just getting blown up everywhere, man. Just because I got grabbed. Just like this one. These stages, that's the problem, man. It doesn't help. The stages don't help. Just getting destroyed, man. You get grabbed or you fall down, big trouble. I see.
Get ready for the next battle.
Time is it? Big trouble, man.
Get ready for the next battle.
That move's too fucking cheap.
Round one. Fight.
They need to do that. Oh shit.
Get ready for the next battle.
It's true.
아, 못 봤어.